And, Coach, we come at you from the shores of Lake Erie. EA Sports has the coverage of the NFL from First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New England Patriots and the Cleveland Browns. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. This is Michel on the counter. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at the 34. First carry for Nick Chubb. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Underneath for Johnson. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator, Antonio Callaway. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A give. This is Chubb. Fighting his way through contact. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one 28 yards on the ground. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there.
They run again on 1st down, Chubb. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run for him with Hyde. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
A give. This is Michelle. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. They'll set up a throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. And all the way down to the 39. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. And even 40 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief Incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. If I had missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
Travis Carey there to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michelle. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Give him 2 yards on the gain there, and it will take us to the end of quarter number 1. They're on the march, but facing a third down here. They'll set up to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it, but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
And if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Lucky 56.
First down, Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
Green 39. Green 39.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 at a first down. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. A little too much air under that one. That could have easily been 6 points.
Yeah, what kind of speed he has is almost impossible, we think, to actually overthrow him. But he did exactly that. I think he probably tried to get it out there maybe just a little bit too quickly.
All right, here we go.
second down. Mayfield again. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Detroit! Detroit! We got chips over here. Chips over here. Let's overload.
Second down, Mayfield. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's third down. And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. Green 30.
Working out of the gun. Mayfield. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. A first down throw for Mayfield. Oh, and it's incomplete. That would have been big in the end zone if he could have held on. Instead, it's 2nd down.
A missed opportunity for an interception would have killed off a drive. They had a chance there to finish things off. Didn't get it done. I guess that's why a lot of those guys do not play offense.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And again, it's Mayfield. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts? What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
So the Patriots coming out now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better. This is intercepted. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. On first down, they'll run with Chubb, and he'll take this down for about 4 yards, down to the 15.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Second down throw for Mayfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. David Njoku, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Sturgis adds the PAT, and the lead grows to 10-0. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Now the Patriots gearing up to go now. And last time, 1 play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And down he'll go at the 25. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
On second down, Montgomery. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. They'll drop to throw. Looking downfield for Jones. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a cornerback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets. But oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! Leopard!
They begin the drive with Johnson. And an alley to run. run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Mayfield on first down. And he's got his man on the crossing route. That's Landry. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Gone, 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 gone. All right, here we go.
Handoff comes to Chubb. Breaks through the contact. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in the game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Leopard. Leopard.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. The penalty, Chubb. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
Leopard! Leopard!
Mayfield now on second down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll run with Chubb. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. Second and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Gone!
From the gun, Mayfield. Dancing to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right, and this score will stay right where it is. So we've seen these be tricky from time to time. You know, you've almost got to cut the ball to make it go through, and this time he cut it a little too much, and he sliced it.
Yeah, and he'll tell you, no excuses on this one. It's a kick every NFL kicker should be able to make in his sleep. But your word was definitely correct. He sliced that one, and he'll miss it wide to the right.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue, line it.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. This is fielded at the goal line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield drops it off for Chubb, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Chubb on the counter. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
39! Green, 39! Hot!
Mayfield down. And that is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot! Hot!
On 3rd down, Mayfield. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important, too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michel. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. And not his best effort there, as this one's going to be spotted down just outside of the 40-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They pitch it to Chubb. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Patriots have it. Anything to make of this or just a bad stretch? Because he had the 2 fumbles he lost last week and now a third.
It's a bad stretch, but it's one that he has to make sure he overcomes. This isn't on anyone else but him. Taking care of the ball, tucking it away, keeping it high and tight, all the while doing that and not slowing down his running and his ability to move the ball forward.
Set! 319! 319!
On second down, Johnson. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Mayfield to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So making 2 missed field goals for him now, but I have the sense, given that distance, you could probably forgive him here on this one.
Yeah, this is out of the range of just about anybody on planet Earth except probably you, partner. But you just got to drive it out low and hope that somehow you hit it absolutely perfect. But no real chance for this one to go through.
And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go now. Blue, line it. Blue,
run. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 15 yards on that one, and New England has a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Now let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and that's sack number 12 for him on the year. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down again. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He'll drop to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out of practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
A run for Nick Chubb. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hot!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Njoku. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. 319. 319. Hot!
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And they will face a 2nd and 9 now following the penalty.
Detroit! Detroit!
And now we've got flags down. Looked like one of the Browns might have moved. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. To throw, Mayfield. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Gone!
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Here's Mayfield. But he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
The Browns on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Mayfield looks to throw. Screenplay, Johnson. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on third down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a first down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
So here's the kicker, Caleb Sturgis, on to try the field goal. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Sturgis able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And now out come the Patriots. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so it looked like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And we're back now here in Cleveland.
Now let's go.
He'll look to throw. And a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you got them knocked on their heels.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Looking to throw. Oh, he's got him in wide open, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play. This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion. Have a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So the penalty certainly helps them out as they come up on 2nd and 5.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal.
Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Patriots have cut it back within a score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Gostkowski now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They run. Chubb. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
They run it again with Chubb. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Browns on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got room. There he goes left side. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Black 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll try and sneak it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Sturgis out now to kick this one off. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Patriot offense set to take over again.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Larry Ogunjobi in there to record another sack, their 6th of the afternoon. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. Great changeup there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
And he's going to be ripped down by the face mask at the end of this, and that's going to add 15 more onto the end of this thing. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Montgomery. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Nick Kwiatkowski. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys to scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Set. 319. 319.
Chubb. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Back to the ground. This time it's high. And they can't bring him down. Carlos Hyde, see you later. The 20. It's a big run there by Hyde. 63 yards. And a guy that can change the game, shows you a glimpse of it right there, taking the ball down inside the red zone.
It just tells you how tough it is for a defense. You just hold on all game and essentially hold your breath. Will they break a big one on us at any point during the game? It just happened right there.
On the ground, it's Chubb. And he takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. Able to stay in bounds, and the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
And again, it's Chubb. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Hurry up. Here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but the juke, the very nice juke, gives him the first down yardage there. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal.
Hurry up. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll give it to Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Browns add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Sturgis out now to kick this one off. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. The Patriot offense now set to come back out onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple. They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough third down. New England on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. It's caught. Jones. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They give him 27 yards on the third down conversion. They'll set up a throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
All right, here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Browns defense stands tall. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. And they take a knee. Now whistles blow, and the Patriots are going to take another timeout. As the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 18. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not at all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Gone! Watch it now, Barney!
Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining.
Detroit! Here we go now. Blue 90!
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Cleveland, they keep pace for a playoff spot as they move to 7-3. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for New England, what else is new? They fall again. That's now 10 straight losses to start the year. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. you